Yo, what is up, my fellow virgins? Your boy A1 like say sauce could never take a motherfucking loss. Today we about to react to the fighting business as always. I say the same shit every time. I gotta be in the fucking matrix. But today we about to react to Belal Muhammad, the irrelevant welterweight contender. I'm being honest with y'all niggas, bro. I watched UFC and bet it. No. I watched the countdown. I'm high as shit. I watched the countdown. And I think it's time to stop hating on Belal Muhammad, man. What he did for that Palestine kid, and he broke down. I think we gotta stop looking at him as a fighter and start looking at him as a human being, bro. Like that nigga thorough as shit. But at the same time, it's fight week. Fuck that nigga, but he's still cool as shit. But let's get right into this goddamn video, though.
Now, this fight has set you up for a world title fight. Give us your thoughts.
My first thoughts are, New Jersey, you suck.
Belal
Damn, bro.
Muhammad, ladies and gentlemen.
You know what's truly painful as a mixed martial artist? Being deserving as a fighter, but not as a personality.
I'm looking at these guys like, bro, I don't think that Belal should skip the line. But skip what line? There's nobody ahead of me. I'm the guy that's next. Like,
Close on paper, but so far in actuality. In modern UFC, you have to tick more than one box when it comes to earning a title shot. In addition to a good record, most of the time you have to captivate and amaze fans and keep them engaged even when you're not fighting.
They just simply don't really care. And sometimes that's even worse than being hated.
This, evidently, is a roadblock for many fighters today, and for them to get a title shot, the stars have to align, and maybe, just maybe, Dana White will concede. Belal Muhammad, on a 9-fight unbeaten streak, is the most recent example.
Dana, please, just give me my
Dana, please, give me my title shot.
And dare I say, the most unfortunate.
What's next for Belal?
I don't know who's next for Belal.
Where's Hunter? Who's Belal?
He made his case quite a while ago, and only now is he getting a chance at gold at UFC 304, and yet I see no hype for it whatsoever.
For whatever fucking stupid reason, people don't like Belal Muhammad. I don't get it at all.
What's wrong with Belal? What about the guy makes people change the channel? Well, there are a bunch of factors, but if I had to
There's nothing wrong with Belal Muhammad. It's just like, I don't know, bro. I don't know what's wrong with him, bro. It's like I just seen a lot of memes, a lot of "Where's my title shot? Where's my title shot?" Instead of him like just shutting up, being humble, and just doing his thing, people probably would have liked him. But I don't know, bro. Why don't we like Belal Muhammad?
sum up his situation in one sentence: good guy at the wrong place and at the wrong time.
Fighting business is...
Yo, bro, stop putting ads during your intro. Do it after or before, bro. Like, stop doing this shit. You making me fuck up, though.
one of my favorite new channels going right now.
Thank you to the fighting business. Absolutely amazing.
Colby Covington, 1 million followers on Instagram. Gilbert Burns, 1.2 million. Jorge Masvidal, 3 millions. Usman, 3.7 million. Holy shit, when did that happen? Meanwhile, Belal Muhammad has 497.
Why am I laughing? I don't even have these numbers yet. But it's okay, buddy.
7,000 followers, and I'm sure more than half of them started to follow him after he joined the Dagestani club. In recent times, the welterweight division has been populated by characters. Jorge Masvidal was a BMF, Kamaru Usman was the pound-for-pound king, Colby Covington was just insane.
Just a fucking bitch of a thing, huh?
And then you had Belal Muhammad, a good fighter, but the only thing extraordinary about him is his nickname. Remember the name? Most didn't.
So, I got a question for, oh, I forgot the name.
well
Yo, that's fucked up, bro.
played, well played.
So when Masvidal was being a badass, Colby was talking obscene amount of trash, and Usman was dominating, Belal was just winning and had nothing extra to show. Compare the views on their interviews from 2020.
Oh yeah, I got some names on the mic. You're gonna have to tune in.
The numbers speaks for themselves, but maybe Masvidal makes for unfair comparison, as he was one of...
You gotta understand, Jorge Masvidal is a legend in the game. He's been fighting longer than Belal probably been fighting in the UFC. Like, let's be honest,
the more exciting welterweights around. For a more appropriate comparison, here is Colby Covington.
Everybody wanna hear this bitch ass nigga talk some bullshit. Ain't he funny as shit, don't get me wrong, but ain't he disrespectful. So that's entertaining, you feel me? What the fuck do Belal talk about?
He can't read.
Or Belal.
Colby compensated for his lackluster in-cage style with character work and shit talk, while Belal said the most basic shit possible.
His face. He just has that face. You know, you ever watch Step Brothers, that face that you want to just punch?
He probably did not want to be a part of the welterweight circus, but his hesitancy to partake in drama and gimmicks sidelined him in favor of guys like Masvidal.
Is he sparring the nigga who got knocked out by Hamza Chimaev?
But his hesitancy to partake in drama
Yeah, I can see why he's training with the Dagestanians. Holy shit.
and gimmicks sidelined him in favor of guys like Masvidal and Colby.
All these guys, that's when these guys start politicking and resting on their ranking.
Belal watched on, probably seething at the fact that Masvidal got back-to-back title shots against Usman.
I don't expect to be handed anything on a silver platter. If I have to go through all those guys to be the champ, I'll do it.
Belal had a poor showing against Leon Edwards himself, but unlike Masvidal, he was active, having fought 4 times in 2021, while Masvidal fought only once. Right after the Leon Edwards no contest, Belal was back in the octagon 3 months later, defeating Damian Maia and then Stephen Thompson and then Vicente Luque to avenge his loss. But it was decision after decision after decision, and those performances, while skillfully impressive, didn't really wow the audience.
36 years old, John, and you have nowhere else to go, buddy. Like, embrace the heel roll.
But then we arrive at the turning point. His fight against undefeated Sean Brady at UFC.
Sean Brady! Philly, we always fucking with Sean, man. But you made me mad when you lose this fucking fight, you bum. But it's okay, you my mans, though.
UFC 280. In preparation for UFC 280, Belal began training with Team Habib.
Guys in Khabib's
Top tier dick eater, bro. Top tier dick eater.
camp have lost. So the only one who's undefeated is Khabib. Belal's not undefeated, and he's not Khabib. None of these guys. Khabib's Khabib, you know.
Habib, one of the more popular
Habib, we don't know how to say his fucking name.
stars in MMA, even when
But he owned his fucking box to the Russian government. What a bitch of a thing, huh?
retired, definitely got people talking about Belal a bit more, and fans wondered if training with Habib would lead to a better version of Belal at UFC 280. That night, Belal scored his first TKO victory since 2016 and took Brady's O from him.
You know, it's like Belal performance. This is not beginning tonight. This is beginning way before, like more than a month ago when we beginning work together. When me and Coach Javier close him inside the cage 3 times in every week with all Dagestani squad, you know.
As a fighter, Belal had more than a reasonable case for
I don't know what the fuck he just said, bro. I'm gonna be honest, bro.
title shot, but with Usman having recently lost the title in a massive upset to Leon, the division was put on hold so that Leon and Usman could conclude their business in the trilogy. Instead of sitting out for a title shot like a certain someone, Belal
This is the one nigga who didn't deserve a title shot.
accepted a bout against Gilbert Burns at UFC 288 and won that
I thought Gilbert was gonna whoop his ass, bro.
as well.
I told you guys, I'm the best welterweight in the world. And
All right, guys. Hope everything happens. Like,
and to go out there and beat a guy like Gilbert Burns, 3 weeks notice, coming off Ramadan.
I know Burns was injured mid-fight, but that wasn't Belal's fault, and with that victory, his claim for a title shot was undeniable.
A backup for your welterweight championship main event. Former world title challenger ×2, Colby Chaos Covington.
We don't talk about prelim fighters. We talk about main event, main attraction, pay-per-view, main event stars. No one's earned their spot at the top of the world and the top of the mountain and the ladder than me.
Talk about disrespect. Colby Covington, who was on a 1-fight streak and had not fought since 2022, was the first in line. The reasoning behind this undeserved title shot was, if Usman didn't exist, Colby would be a champion, so he deserved a crack at Leon.
If Usman doesn't exist, Colby Covington is the champion here, you know?
Why would Colby not deserve the fight?
So it is Leon versus Colby next.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to begin with that, but the UFC went ahead with their decision, and UFC 296 was headlined by Leon Edwards versus Colby Covington. Imagine a timeline where Colby won at UFC 296. Belal was never going to fight for the title if Covington had it, but thankfully, Edwards was the victor. And while he was not exactly active, he was more willing to fight contenders than Colby. With Colby gone, Usman defeated twice, Masvidal retired, and the prospects still needing to prove themselves, Belal was finally considered as the #1 contender.
Dana said, I'm not ready to make that decision right now. Yeah. Do you see it as like he should be next? Does that feel like an unfinished chapter, or do you feel like maybe there's other options?
Nah, there definitely other options, you know. I don't feel like Belal should be next. You know, I've done it before. I've won like 10 fights in a row, didn't get a title shot. So what makes him different or more privileged, you know. So
even Leon Edwards wasn't too keen on fighting him, and come UFC 300 season, it was looking like Belal would be pushed to the side again.
is it Hamzat, Belal? Belal's a weirdo, so he's not gonna throw a shot.
Belal's a weirdo.
Edwards versus Hamzat and Edwards versus Islam were considered for the main event of the historic card, and while those options were definitely a lot more exciting, if either fight was booked and Belal was forced into yet another non-title fight, it would have been a travesty. Thankfully, sanity prevailed, and in the end, Edwards versus Belal 2 was finally announced for UFC 304, and well deserved.
Dana White just said some things on Instagram.
Huh?
Dana White just said some things on Instagram. Leon Edwards, Belal Muhammad, main event.
No way.
Yeah.
How the fuck did he not know that if he worked for Dana? Like, how the fuck did he don't, like, what?
It's become cool to meme on Belal, just for fun. This is kind of funny, but I imagine the past few years have been hell for Belal. Pay-per-view after pay-per-view. Belal had to stomach someone else fighting for welterweight gold, and UFC 296 was flat-out injustice. Being forced to step aside for Colby, of all people, must have been a bad blow to his dignity, and I'm surprised Belal did not grow disillusioned with the company. Even right now, he's being counted out and being low-key ridiculed for his relatively boring fight style and his lack of popularity, but allow me to remind you, the current champion, Leon Edwards, was in a very similar position prior to UFC 278.
I'll punch a hole in your face.
You do fucking nothing. You punch for nothing.
You just
Do fucking nothing, Darren Till. Or should I say Darren Downhill?
Lose your own life, man. You're not gonna get a hit off me, you know. So I had to give him the 3-piece.
Yo, Jorge, I ain't gonna lie. You my mans, I fuck with you. But don't disrespect my man Leon like that. He will whoop your ass in the fight. No bullshit.
With the soda.
Help me help you. You're not tell the people how you gonna get it done.
Count it.
Alright. He showed you how he got it done. 1 minute I was in the octagon, next minute I was in the hospital.
Out and ridiculed, but he landed that head kick and turned his career around. Belal might very well do the same at UFC 304. If he wins, his fighting style and personality won't matter because he will be called champion of the welterweight division, and whether you like him or not, history will remember his name.
Hey yo, fighting business, are you on this nigga's side, bro? Like, what's wrong with you, slime? But today, one thing we learned is that Belal Muhammad never gave up, bro. He always goed for it, even if it was annoying, even if he was undenied. His time is this weekend, and I'm watching that shit live, y'all. So stay connected with me, fam. I hope y'all like, subscribe, share, do whatever your heart desire, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna force y'all. You know what I'm saying?